Look on the screen, look on the screen. Peter Pan, that's a Dusty, you see. This is the one did a story yesterday about Peter Pan wanting some cigarettes and I don't know his name. It's not Peter Pan, but that's just for the video. We don't know who this degenerate is. So looks very young. I'm sure someone in the area notices him at least by that hair, that shaggy hairdo that's passing out. So he looks very young, but I think he needs to be in jail where he belongs. He doesn't know how to behave in society. He's proven that. So let's go ahead and get an update on the 62-year-old woman that was stabbed. He was the one that wanted some cigarettes at the Mr. Cigarette shop, and he stabbed the 62-year-old woman twice. Let's go ahead and get an update on her, on what this violent Dusty has done.
Find this man who they say robbed and stabbed a store worker. Happened just before 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon at the Mr. Cigarette store on Cheltenham Avenue. Police say the suspect stabbed the 62-year-old woman twice during the robbery. She's in critical condition. The attacker then ran away towards Valley Road. If you have any information, contact police. And police hope you can.
So she's in critical condition. So that means that if that's her store, she won't be going to work. Someone else will be there. I'm sure the other family member or whoever else will be there. So she will not be at her place of business if she's the owner. Why? Because she was stabbed by this piece of crap on the screen. Because he wanted some. He felt entitled. He wanted some cigarettes. Another example of an inferior person. Get your behind a job and go buy some. No. He wanted some cigarettes. I'm just going to come and take it and I'll stab you. He needs to be dealt with. He needs to be put in prison. That's where he belongs. He looks very young. He still belongs locked up because all he will do is get older. And if he gets away with it, next thing you know, it'll escalate to somebody's being killed. That's a highly probable. Why? It's been done before. He wants some cigarettes. Little Timmy wants some cigarettes. I'll stab you. And he did. She's in critical condition. So how do we know that she's going to walk out of there, I don't know, by Friday and enjoy her weekend? More than likely not. All because he wanted his dusty behind, his dusty feeling entitled behind, wanted some cigarettes. He stabbed her. You don't know what kind of medical condition she may suffer. Critical condition. So it wasn't just a flesh wound. Put a bandage on her, make sure she's not infected, and then go home. Critical condition. Dusty's being drama. Dusty's being trauma. The financial implication is too much dust in the nation. So now she's got medical bills up the wahoo. All because of this fool wanted some cigarettes. And I stab you to get them. Man, I wish you would have had some protection. I wish you would have had some protection. I think going forward, some of these stores, if you can't afford it, you need to have a worker and need to have somebody there with some kind of protection at all. I don't care if it's a stun gun or something. Somebody who knows martial arts. Kick that knife out of his hand and oh my, I don't even, he needs to be in a chokehold. Self-preservation. And see, this mask thing is really helping because guess what? That can kind of help shield the identity. But yeah, so she's in critical condition all because he wanted some cigarettes. Imagine the hospital bills. Imagine the injuries. Okay, how long will she be in the hospital? And the hospitals, the medical care. Oh my God, it's very expensive. She may, of course, be subject to her copay, and if she doesn't have insurance, good luck. That's even worse because they can put a medical lien on your home in some states. I'm not sure if they can in Philly. After she goes home from the hospital, she may have to rest a little bit. There will be other doctor's appointments. She's 62. Other doctor's appointments. If that's her business, less time from her business. All because This piece of crap on the screen, he wanted some cigarettes. All of this, she can incur tens of thousands of dollars can be spent, if not by her directly, the insurance company. Time away from the business. All because this on the screen wanted some cigarettes. There needs to be more stiffer punishments, even for theft. I would have no problem. Have no problem giving him 10 or 20 years because of the evil act that he did. He stabbed the woman so little Timmy couldn't get any cigarettes. Peter Pan couldn't get any cigarettes, and as a result, he stabbed someone. The person is critically injured. Medical bills, I'm sure, up the wahoo. Up the wazoo. You have no idea what she may be facing later on. Did he puncture something inside of the woman? We have no idea. But don't forget, he had to have some cigarettes. He feels entitled. Again, the hairdo alone, he might try to shave it. Somebody on the news in that area recognizes this fool. His parents know. They know who he is. They know who he may be a young adult. He got the little backpack on. They know who he is. Somebody does. And somebody needs to go ahead and do the right thing, do the human thing. Put yourself in that woman's position. Because he want to have some cigarettes, and he's probably really too young to even have them. So he just needs a little ride back of the police car. He needs to be dropped off in the jail. He needs to be dropped off in the prison. And since you like violence, guess what? That's a place where he belongs. It's a whole lot of it. And I'm quite sure a lot more than what he bargained for. His little skinny, frail body, you can't handle that pain, sweetie. You go in one way and come out totally different. And I would have no sympathy because you put yourself there. So Peter Pan had to have some cigarettes, and a woman is now stabbed and in critical condition. Critical. But he gets to walk around free in the community. So if anyone sees this dust bucket on the screen, this inferior young man with this inferior thinking who feels entitled, please do the right thing. Do the human thing. Turn him in. Thanks for watching. Look forward to your comments. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. And most of all, people, please stay safe.